This is
A cup of conversation.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl Ace,
And I'm Kay.
and welcome to A Cup of Conversation, where two people who love to talk bring you honest conversations about real topics. Each episode, we'll pull a topic out of a cup and talk about it, along with any other current events or topics that we may deem necessary at the moment. With that said, today,
Today's topic is pretty much worry about yourself.
worry about yourself.
It's 2019, and it just seems that every day somebody is upset about something that has nothing to do with them.
That's so true.
Like, it's like people just be mad because they want to be mad. Like, you just choosing to be upset about something.
When you really think about it, though, it really don't have anything to do with you. You know, most time.
Like, they'll be, oh, I saw somebody crossing the street today and I don't know why they crossed the street like that. Or, oh my goodness, these people are spending this much money on this stuff. They could just be doing it for $5. Oh my god, like, bruh, 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 bruh. You have your own life. Like, can you please worry about yourself? Like, mind your business. That's all.
That's all.
Just mind your business.
That's all. I mean, we all get into other people's business at some point in some type of way. I might look at her and be like, this girl just spent $1,000 on a bag. You know what I could have did with $1,000? But at the end of the day, I'd be like, that's not my business. So I'm not going to take it any further. I'm going to leave it right there. Mm-hmm. Make my comment to myself and leave it right there because it's really not my business. It becomes a problem when people take it and like overexert their energy and be so involved and invested in what somebody else is doing with their life till it starts to affect their own life and they don't even see it. That's when it becomes a problem, I feel.
Well, yeah, like, okay, for instance, I mean, I know everybody talks about this, but social media, right? It's like everybody is putting their information on the internet and everybody has the opportunity to now come and make their comment or their observation or state their opinion about somebody else's life. But to the point where it seems like these people are carrying vengeance, like for people that they do not know, people that they've never seen, may never cross paths with ever in this lifetime. But somehow you've got the time and energy to use to try to tear somebody else down. Like I think I don't know. Maybe sometimes it's just that I get so caught up in my own head that I don't even have the amount of energy to deposit in somebody else. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, I'll see stuff and be like, oh, wow, that's crazy. Or like, oh, I wouldn't have done that, Mm-hmm. But to sit there and then type up a whole dissertation as to why you suck as a person and why you're going to hell and how you betrayed your best friend because I know everything about your life and I know nothing about my own. Like, it's just too much. It's too much. It's too much.
It's just a bit too much. So yeah, I mean, worrying about yourself will take you a long way in life. You'll go far, And if you choose to only open or express yourself to others, even if you know them, don't know them, like you were just saying, like if you don't, people you don't even know may not ever cross paths. Let it be something encouraging and positive, leave that there. And all the other thoughts you can keep in yourself, Mm-hmm. You are free to think whatever you want to think in your mind. You don't always have to say everything that comes to your mind, and you definitely don't always have to post it. So,
like, it is okay to choose to shut up. Like, you can just say, you know what? I ain't even gonna say nothing about that. I'm just gonna let it be what it is.
It just is what it is and keep it moving and let that thought go. Like, let it go.
My goodness.
Let it go.
And guess what? Guess what? You will be okay. Like, you will not combust. You will not die. You will not, just melt on the inside if you don't say it. Like, you can just be quiet. And it's okay. Nothing will happen. The world will not implode. Like, it'll still keep going, boo. Like, it'll be okay.
It'll be all right.
In addition to, or I guess a perfect example of minding your business and worrying about yourself is this lady by the name of Natasha Tynes. Oh dear, I'd never heard of this lady before. I don't know if that's good or bad, But she's an author,
Mm-hmm.
and she apparently lives in DC, was riding on the metro,
Okay.
where it is not like they're not supposed to eat on the train. She observes a metro employee eating on the train, goes forth to take a picture of said lady, and then tags the metro authority as well as like a complaining
Mm.
Twitter
What, she
handle
was trying to
as
get her in
well.
trouble or something?
I personally feel like, well, she said she wanted them to respond and, discipline her in some type of way. So that must have been her intention. And of course, within minutes, the world responded to her and was like, hold on, homegirl, hold on. Hold on now. So you trying to take my best friend job away? Like you trying to take my girl job away? You don't know her livelihood, bro. Don't do that.
Because she was
You
eating on the
you
train.
up here acting real elitist right now, homegirl. Like you don't even know her situation. You know what I mean? And so I don't know what the end result was, but the publisher for the book that she's supposed to have coming out soon,
Natasha.
yes, Natasha, they pretty much kind of like said they're gonna look forward into like they're pushing the book back and then look into maybe canceling even publishing the book. Like, I don't want nothing to do with you, girl,
Oh,
because
so they pushed it back.
the
They
backlash
just canceled.
was not a good deal.
No. They don't want to be seen as people that support that are being behind such acts.
Somebody trying to tear somebody else down. And guess what though? For something something as small as eating. Now don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I understand like some people are gross. Some people don't understand what it means to like throw away your trash. People just think that the train is their home. Okay? People don't in New York, people be clipping their toenails, bro. I saw this man
On the
brushing.
train?
I saw this man brushing his teeth
On the train.
on the bruh.
Hey.
On the train. Do you understand me?
Time.
Like
Time.
people will do the most on a train. Don't get me wrong. But like you have no idea what they're you might look at it and think, wow, that's really outlandish, but you have no idea what that person's circumstance is. How did they get there? Why is he brushing his teeth on the train? Does he not live anywhere? Is he trying to go get a job today? Maybe he's homeless and today is the day he's going to try to go get an interview done and he got to brush his teeth right here.
Or maybe this is the only time she can eat.
Right.
She ain't got no time to eat. She didn't eat this morning. She didn't eat last night. She been up all night. I don't know. There's options.
Homegirl on the train, her situation was, I guess they only have 20 minutes to eat for their lunch break. And I heard something or I read something where it was like one train broke down and she was on her way to another train. I guess to help fix that situation or something. I don't know. But that was like the only time that she's going to be able to eat. And if she's eating breakfast, like,
that's the most important meal of the day.
Goodness gracious, man. Like, she can't eat. You can't eat.
Breakfast. I would not deny anyone breakfast.
I would not deny anyone food, okay? Food is a necessity. That's like one of your 4 basic needs, bruh. Like, you need food. Like, how you gonna be like that? I know, sometimes food be funky, and I know, but it's food. How do you feel so, just, where do you get that thing inside of you
like, mind your business,
that
like,
says
really.
to you, like, oh, she's eating and it's paining me. Like, maybe you look at her and say, dang, bro, like, you gotta eat here, but then just leave it there. Let her eat.
Go sit somewhere else if it's really that. I mean, first of all, like, just mind your business, really. I mean, if it was me on a train, I don't know. I'm already a mind my business type person. But just mind your business. And secondly, if it's really an issue for you or if you're bothered by it or concerned about it, she could have chose to approach this lady and say, hey, excuse me, miss, can I ask you a question about, the policies here on this train, bus, whatever, or why she's eating, what have you. She could have
she did.
Had a conversation about it.
She did ask her what
How
she
did
was
she
eating.
ask her, though? How did she approach her?
I don't know.
Because the lady did tell her, mind your business, okay? So I'd imagine that her approach was not inviting. I'm just imagining that it was not inviting. But that does not then give way for you to just take this lady picture and post it on this internet and try to try to bash her and make her look like this terrible employee, and then tag her people, her employers, and be like, y'all need to handle this. Like, that's not that's that's not cool. Like,
That's right up there with them people who be like, I want to speak to your manager. Like, you know what I
dang, can I
mean?
make you another burger without pickles? Like, is it? Can you give me a chance? You know, they don't even give you a chance to fix it. They just be like, I need upper management. Who's in charge here? Man, what's the problem? Who's in charge? You know, like we can make another one without pickles, and you can keep that one. Like, what's up?
And you can take that one with you.
Right, what's up? You know, we got options. We can fix it. We can handle it right here.
Just sometimes, you know, like just or if we, I feel like too, if more people were concerned or took that same energy and use it on bettering themselves or learning a new skill or finding a hobby, like then a lot of, and I think that's what I'm saying, like that's why I feel like social media plays such a big role in it, because back in the day when like, you know, you could only speak to someone if you called them on a payphone or had their landline, you know, there wasn't that much access to everyone's life for you to be able to be in their business. It was
And
more
have
so
opinions about it.
it was more so like, you know, I know you,
Mm-hmm.
and you live in my neighborhood, you live 2 houses down, you know, I see Ronnie coming in your parking lot, girl, I see you, you know, and that was the most that it was, you know, you and whoever else might sit around and y'all be like, girl, you seen Wanda? You seen Wanda and Ronnie over there yesterday? And that was it. Nowadays it's like everybody, and I just don't know how people can be so vile. Like, bro, people be wishing death on people that they do not know. Like, what is
That's
inside
crazy.
of you that is so, like, ugly that makes you be like, I really just
That's
wish.
crazy.
Mm-mm. I don't know. I don't know. Like, mm-mm. 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 Say something.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, like you were saying, like back in the day, you really only had that conversation that y'all had last week when you called such and such to go on as
Mm-hmm.
far as in their life go, and then you call them and check up on them again. But you know, like people post everything these days, and you just feel like you have every right to say and comment about everything, like you're so deeply involved in their life. You know, it's like watching a little movie, but then like you still don't know though. Like people make like assumptions and conclusions based off what they see, what people post, but that don't even be half of what's really happening in their life. Like they really don't know what's going on.
You know,
But
speaking of what you just said, touching on that. So, you know, Blac Chyna, right?
mhm, mhm,
Okay. She was on Wendy Williams this week,
mhm,
and it was interesting because the Blac Chyna, whose real name is Angela, who showed up on the couch at Wendy,
mhm,
looked like a girl that I'm sure everybody knows. She was like quiet, shy. You could tell she was really, really nervous. And people wouldn't expect that from Blac Chyna. You talking about, you know, out here in her little pieces of clothing and all that stuff. But when you think again, it's called the entertainment industry, right?
mhm.
All this stuff that people put out here, it could just be one factor of their job. Like,
Right.
this is her livelihood. You don't know who the real person is.
Mhm.
She might just be a real chill person. I'm not saying that from one interview, I can tell you that. But what I'm saying is, juxtaposed to who you see on Instagram, the person that you saw on that couch was not the same person. And if you read through the comments on Wendy's YouTube or even the her Instagram, there's so many people like, wow, I like her now, I like her now, I like her now. But you chose to dislike her because of some images and some stories that got put out. You don't know if half that stuff is even true. One.
Mhm.
And two, it's like all of a sudden people forget like the word grace. Like can we just have grace on other people? Like, we're not all, we ain't got it all figured out. Nobody does. You know what I'm saying? And like, just the same way you want some wiggle room, you know, to mature and grow, give it to other people,
And
man.
change, you know.
Extend that to other people. People be out here just right, nah, The only person that I kind of feel that way about is Sherry Shepherd, and you know why. And I ain't gonna talk about it no more.
Yeah, you and Sherry. Yeah, but yeah, it's kind of like that book and the cover thing, with judging people and stuff.
Mm.
It's just like that. Like, and until you got in here and kind of read what's inside, like you really don't know what the book about. Like, you know what I mean?
That's
It
it.
looked like this on the outside, and everybody's making assumptions based on what it looked like. But get in there and see what it's about.
See
Before,
the meat
right?
of the matter, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Taking the substance.
Before, right?
Okay.
Before you draw your opinion.
That's all. So just mind your business, man.
That's all. Just mind your business.
That's all.
That's all. That's it. Anything else about the business we need to mind?
No, I don't think so.
Yep, it's time for the cup. Oh, that's my music.
Those are my sound effects. Yes, they're perfect.
Pulling out the cup. Let's see what we get out the machine.
What's today's conversation topic?
It says you must live. Don't let life happen to you. That's a pretty damn good topic. You must live.
It's pretty relevant today to today's topic too.
You must live and don't let life happen to you. What you got to say about that?
Well, as a learning member of life, I take from that you got to be present in your life and don't just sit back and think like, whatever happens to me, it's just gonna happen, Like, I think that, I don't know if it's just for our generation or just humanity, period. I think it might transcend just our generation. But it seems just like a lot of times we get stuck in like a cycle and we forget that like we have some type of power. We have power in us to help to direct our lives in the way that we want it to go. I'm not saying that everything's going to be perfect once you decide that, but I think that we give away that power a lot of times. And we think sometimes too we turn into victims, maybe because of circumstances or things that happen to us, and we get stuck in like the victim mentality instead of realizing, okay, these things happen. How can I take them, challenge them? I mean, channel them, and then use them to propel me to something else. You know what I mean? And that's kind of what I take from it. Like, be present in your life, in your own life. Think, like I said, even like learn new hobbies, like pick up new skills, like get active in your own life. Sometimes we're so invested in other people's crap
and we forget about our own life,
that you're not even paying attention to yourself, And I think I spoke to you about this before, like even with me and like my friends and stuff, like my friends would come to me with all their problems and I'm taking on their problems, and the whole time I was denying myself, neglecting like my own self-worth, my own self-value, neglecting depositing into myself. Right. Instead, I'm pouring myself into everybody else and, oh, I'm gonna be here for you this day, that day, every day. But am I there for me? You know what I'm saying?
Taking on all their problems and issues.
Do you, boo? Like, get selfish in this thing. Not in a way that you're, crapping on other people, but get selfish in here, because you can't really be nothing to anybody unless you got you good, So that's what I take from it.
I agree with that, all of that's said. We only get this one life, and sometimes we get a little carried away with being in this life, in relation to time. Sometimes we feel like we got all the time. Oh, I'm going to do this tomorrow. Oh, that was a good idea that I had. I've been thinking about doing this. I've been thinking about doing that. Just do it. Just do it, and it'll be what it'll be. Just do it. Just do it, and you never know. Like, because once you just do it and continue to do it, like, great things are to come. And I feel like when life happens to you, you are in that passenger seat, just allowing everything around you to be what it's going to be. Oh, well, I mean, I really don't like coming to this job every day, but I'm going to show up. And you come home and you talk mad crap about your job and how you feel and the people that you work with and your boss and you talk about that, and then you get up and you keep going back, though. But you're going back, though. Like, that's allowing life to happen to you, because you do have choices. And I know sometimes it feels like when you're in moments and different circumstances and times and points in your life where you don't have no other choice. Well, I got to go here. I got to go back to this job because I don't have any other choice. But when we really like evaluate ourselves, we are worth it. We are worth investing time in, you do have a choice. You always have a choice. And hey, I'm just saying, just do it. Don't let it just pass you by. Like all the things, the creative things that might come to your mind, express them. All the things you wanted to do them. You know, even if you don't have no one to do it with, just do them. Just do it. You know, and what they say, build a church, and the people will come. Right, just do it, man. Set yourself up. You know, and I'm learning that in life. I'm experiencing that so that I can tell you guys that it is real. Like it happens just like once you start doing that, you'll start getting back exactly what you put out. So don't let life happen to you, you know? You must live. You sound like some wise old man. You must live. But you must. You must. And we only got one life.
I read something the other day, and, you know, I feel like there's a higher being, a creator of this universe that we live in. And it said essentially, like, if you say that you have faith in God, right? Like, observe yourself and how you live. Like, do you live your life
like you got faith?
like you know that whatever vision, whatever idea, whatever is inside of you is meant for you? Are you living that way? Or are you living passively and saying, oh, that would be nice, but I don't think that's going to happen for me. Or that would be nice, but I think, you know, it's better for me to just play it safe. Bruh, I don't know y'all lives. I don't know y'all situations. I don't know y'all circumstances. But examine yourself. And things don't happen overnight. Everything is baby steps. But with baby steps, you still get somewhere. You know what I'm saying? It's worse for you to just sit stagnant and do nothing instead of, you know, you take 10 baby steps this year, 10 more next year. You've walked 30 steps now in 3 years, and you're not going to be where you were 3 years ago. People think that you got to be like, okay, tomorrow, abracadabra. They don't work like that, you know? No. But the baby steps add up. The little steps add up, you know? And so, like, just live, you know? Put some power behind and some passion behind your life, you know? Don't just sit around wasting it away and, like, hoping. And no, if you want to go make friends, bruh, what do you like to do? There's so many places and things where you can go to and meet new people and find like-minded people, and hopefully we're those like-minded people, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, you can find all those, there's outlets, you know, and we have so much more access to those things, especially with the same thing, social media, you know? It has its benefits. So
and a curse,
utilize those things. And I believe in the impossible. Okay. But I believe that. And I feel like if you live like you believe in something, in yourself, in your goals, in your vision, and your aspirations, then they gotta come. That's what life say, right?
Shift your paradigm.
They gotta come.
Change your perspective. It's all about how you view it. You know what I mean?
So live your life.
Oh. Yeah.
All right, y'all. We're going to wrap it up. Okay? We thank you guys for listening. And this has been another installment of A Cup of Conversation.
We'll see y'all next week.
Peace.